Hey, so understanding your patterns isn't the same as changing them. You want to talk about it? Insight and self-awareness doesn't equal transformation or immediate change. That's not to say that both of those things aren't really, really important and aren't a part of the equation to change towards your goal, towards those things, right? I'm not saying that. It's just missing action. It's missing habit. It's missing that something, again, that action to move towards that. So that's the step that's needed, because insight without action becomes another way to stay stuck, right? You're just more informed about it. And because we love information, we'll just intellectualize it and we'll think about it and we think that we're being productive, but really we're being productive without risking discomfort. And we all know that being uncomfortable is where change happens. And if you don't know, you do. So insight is important. It's going to bring that awareness and recognition, especially to patterns and behaviors that we currently have. Self-awareness takes that and is recognizing when those things happen in real time, right? As they're happening. So you have your insight and your self-awareness. Neither of those automatically leads to change. You can be aware of how you react in situations. You can know your trauma, your triggers. You can know your beliefs, your habits, bad habits, whatever it is. You can explain it beautifully. Wrap it up in a little bow. Present it to somebody if you want. And still, you're going to keep doing the same thing. I've done it. So what we need to do is have some action behind that. So, right, change happens when we follow up that insight with some type of action. Self-trust and action is really, really big. I talk about confidence and how confidence is linked with self-trust. The reason why self-trust is really important is because we have to believe in ourselves, right? We have to own up to the things that we say that we're going to do. And then we're going to pause on that. How many times throughout the day do you make a mental checklist? We all do it. Whether we're like, oh, I got to remember to do that. I got to do that tomorrow. I got to do laundry this day. Oh, I have to call the bank, whatever it is. We're cataloging. A lot of the times we forget because life, and then we don't follow through. Meanwhile, our subconscious is keeping tabs. And so after a while, we're proving subconsciously that we're either not worth following through or those things aren't really important to us. When they really are, we just don't have the capacity, right, to either remember or start doing something with that at that time. So being more mindful about the things that we're thinking about doing and making sure that we're following through with that. And the other part of that is making sure that we're in a safe space to be able to choose differently than we have in the past. And what I mean by being safe is when we feel good and we feel safe around other people, we feel safe within ourselves, whatever that is, it's not, you're not harm or danger to yourself or others. You're able to be vulnerable, right? We can see things a little bit differently. We can make different choices. So that's where that, being safe and choosing differently comes from. And that's all to build evidence through lived experience. I feel like I said that wrong. It's evidence built through lived experience. There it is. But when we have these experiences and we keep following through, we feel better about our choices. We have more self-trust. We have more confidence to be able to keep following through and to try new things, right? Confidence doesn't equal hype or motivation, but it can aid us in moving forward. Change can be quiet. It can look like pausing before reacting, right? Being reflective a little bit, choosing differently, like we mentioned a little bit before, honoring a boundary when it might feel awkward, right? We got to protect our energy, and we're not punishing and we're not shaming, and it's not out of control. Because you have to remember that if nothing changes in our behavior, then our nervous system is going to stay the same. Like if we're doing our fight and flight, fawn freeze stuff, and we're all sorts of frazzled and we're not changing anything, our nervous system is going to stay dysregulated. So we need to own up to that. Even if our mind gets it, our body has to follow through with it. Our mind has to follow through with it. Change doesn't come from pushing yourself harder and making yourself do something that you don't want to do. It's exhausting. Stop doing it. Let it go. We are not performing. We are not fixing. We are not trying to prove anything. We're not forcing, right? Your insight and your self-awareness is the beginning, right? Those are very important parts of the equation, but they're not the finish line. So if you want change, ask yourself, what would trusting myself in this moment look like? It could be this moment, now that you have your mind going. Or it could be when you're pausing and reflecting before you react. It could be as you're setting that boundary or choosing differently. What does trusting yourself look like? What does it feel like? Think about it. Okay, bye.